Hey, Joe. Sammy.
Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy. You in there? Oh, Joe, you ain't gonna pull that old trick, son. I'm going in. Fuck it, man. I'm sorry. I'm going in. Wait. Joe! Oh. Joe, how are you, sir? Okay, what's the secret to longevity? You've been around a while.
Seriously? If you can break through to a different generation than yours.
Ooh.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
And if you can break through so that more than one generation is aware of your music, you can stick around for a while. And the other thing is don't get too famous. You don't get famous for 15 minutes.
yeah, you never want to be number one.
Yeah. No.
I'm with you on that. I heard that story from somebody else.
Just get famous a little bit.
Yeah.
And stay that way.
Don't lose the ones you got. You don't need all them.
There you go.
Okay, one last question. It's a serious one because I know about your sobriety and we don't have to talk about it, but getting sober is one thing. We know a lot of people keep going back and back and back. You've been sober a long time, so look, I got goosebumps because this is important. What can you say to people out there, or tell me that I can tell them? How do you stay sober?
Well, if you have problems in your life that are directly the result of alcohol or whatever substance you're doing,
yeah, they're all drugs.
You have a problem. And at some point, you work for it. It doesn't work for you anymore. And very subtly, without you noticing, whatever you're on will convince you that you can't do anything without it. And then it's got you.
Well, how do you get rid of it?
And I chased it for 30 years. And it wasn't working for me. And I thought, oh, well, obviously I'm not drinking nearly enough. And that wasn't it.
No.
Right? I needed help. And the hardest thing to do, the phone can weigh 30 pounds, pick up the phone and ask for help. Because there's life after addiction, and it's good.
Well, I couldn't say it any better than that, but wow, Joe, that's beautiful.
And don't drink drunk. That's my first rule. Okay.
Oh no, Joe, you're a good man.
Yeah,
that was beautiful. That thing that when it rules you, that's a big deal. Hitting bottom, pick up the phone. Well, that's all I can say. I love this guy. Red Rocker Sammy Hagar here. Welcome to another Rock and Roll Road Trip, and the rehearsals are all done. It's showtime. We got some rehearsals still going out there, but our rehearsals are done. Or is yours done?
I think we're done, yeah.
This is Brian May,
as good
by
as it's
the way.
going to be.
The whole Queen legacy, I'm more impressed with what you or whoever does it, whoever is in charge, that's the preservation of it. And then, I mean, do you feel lucky, or do you guys really concentrate and say, no, we got to be careful what we do and don't cheapen it? You've done a better job with the legacy I've ever seen than anyone since Freddie's death.
Oh,
and I'm
you very
serious.
much.
I've
Thank
said
you.
it to you before. And how's that working? I mean, is there a committee?
Yeah, I suppose there is. I mean, I suppose what we did was give it up. We actually did give it up when Freddie died, and we felt, you know, we'd always said if one of us goes, that's it. So Roger and I both went out kind of grieving to the max and saying, it's over, we don't even want to talk about it for quite a long time. And then we made the last album, the Made in Heaven album, with the tracks that Freddie had left us to play with. And it became a real labour of love because he left some lovely little bits and pieces. Because Freddie in his last days was like, okay guys, I'm not going to be here long, just give me stuff to sing. I'll sing, you know, write me stuff in the back of a cigarette packet, whatever, just give me stuff to sing. So we did a lot of that, and then when he'd gone, I mean, he was very undramatic about it, you know, he was never maudlin, ever. I never ever saw him kind of cry or go, you know, self-pity. He never did that. He was like, let's just do it, let's keep doing stuff. Freddie was always inspiring.
Yeah.
You know, and if he was here now, we'd be doing what we always do, I'm sure. But Adam brings fresh views on things. He's not afraid to say, why don't we try it this way or that way? So the songs are not fossils, they're alive and evolving with Adam, which is great. And sometimes he blows my mind. We do Who Wants to Live Forever, which is a song which Freddie would do at times, but if he if he felt a little off colour, that was going to be a little bit too much strain for Freddie, you know. Adam will always do it and always pull it off, and he will take it higher and higher. So I'm standing there playing something, I'm going, what did he just do? It blows my mind, the range that he has and the courage that he has to kind of blend things into a different place, just slightly morph things into a new place. So I love it. I love working with Adam.
Right, no, good job. To me, it's like the luckiest guys in the world. The band is almost probably maybe as big as it ever was.
Yeah.
And who would have thought of that after giving it up twice and then coming back? But you guys come back with such class. That's all I can say. It's just so classy. You don't do anything wrong. It's like you see so many people blow it, you know, in our business. But looking at guitar players, even though you're a singer as well, how in the hell did you come up with your sound? Did you invent this, or did you try to copy someone? Who are you listening to that created this sound for you?
Well, James Burton, who was out there, you know, came up with this, as you know, bending strings, which changed my life completely. And I think that's the basis of all modern rock guitar, isn't it, really?
Absolutely.
You know? But the sound, okay, it was Rory Gallagher. Rory's my man.
Somebody told me he used to split his speakers or something with it.
Well, it's very simple. He had an AC30 and a treble booster, Range Master treble booster. And we used to go and see him every Thursday night at the Marquee, me and my mates. And one night we kind of stayed in the toilets while everybody got cleared out so we could go and collar him and say, hey, Rory, how do you do that?
Yeah.
And he was the sweetest man in the world. We're just kids, you know, getting in the way. And he's like, no, sure, I'll tell you how. It's just a little AC30 here. No, a little, and that's what I do. So I went out the next day in Wardour Street and got all the money that I had and bought 2 AC30s and found a treble booster.
And you still use the same setup?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow,
that's it, really. Yeah. And it just works with my guitar. My guitar is a little bit fatter in sound than the Stratocaster that he used, but that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted the throaty kind of sound. So it became my voice. It was instant. It was there.
Dan, once again, thank you for doing this.
Bless you, Sammy.
Let's have fun out there tonight. We don't get to play together, but we've got the rest of our lives. We're going to work this out.
Well, it's going to be Johnny Be Good, right? We're going to do that?
Oh, at the end.
Yeah, at least we get to do that.
I'm going to stand next to you.
Okay, you're on.
Thank you.
No.
Oh, shit, I thought
we
it was
have the
Kenny
same
Aaron.
barber, but it's Paul Shaffer.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Are we doing part 2?
Your name's right here on
Yes,
the door.
that's me. Look who I'm sharing a dress with, Steve Warner and the star, James Burton. Talk about legends. I can't believe it. But now that you're here, it's all complete.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I'm a big fan of James Burton. And I played for him in Shreveport. He has a birthday celebration almost once a year, and I did it 2 years ago. Okay.
Who is your favorite, besides me, artist who ever came on the Letterman show that you got to play with?
You were great, of course, but James Brown, and we discussed...
Oh, hey!
Yes,
I
our
feel
mutual
good.
love of James.
Yeah.
First time he did the show in '82,
Wow.
I've never gotten over it. And he used my 4-piece band, brought 2 horns, and he got down like never
like
before.
Only James knows how to do it.
Yes, indeed.
He don't come out to give you half a show. What's the biggest disaster that ever happened on the Letterman show?
I could remember a time when
Musical disaster.
Well, when Willie Nelson used to do it all the time and play with my band, and one time I went on the bus and visited him first, and then when I went on stage, I forgot the key to the song. And, it wasn't great.
Willie's done that to all of us.
Let's just say it wasn't.
Yeah.
Let's just say it wasn't great. But we had, I mean, you know, you're going to lose a few, unfortunately.
Oh, God, I don't see how you did
when
it.
you're doing it night after night.
The human jukebox.
Thank you.
Last question, Paul. What's your favorite Elvis song?
You know what? I mean, there were so many of them.
There were.
I'm partial to one, I think it was from a movie, Follow That Dream. You gotta follow that dream may lead.
Really?
You gotta follow that dream if I love. And it had
I know the song.
It had a piano part that I relate. Ding, 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 ding. Probably Floyd Kramer, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things. I loved that song. But I loved them all. Love Me Tender, Hunk of Love.
I liked all his stuff too. His voice was so. I even liked him singing the spiritual stuff. But boy, that early stuff. Hound Dog, Don't Be Cruel, man.
Yeah,
First
well,
time
you're
I
going
heard
to tear
that.
it up tonight on all
Well,
that,
you know what?
Elvis.
I'm going to go out there and get the All-American try.
I know you will. I'll be right with you.
Thank you, Paul. It's an
Thank
honor to
you,
have you on the
Sammy
show.
Hagar. I loved it.
Paul
Thank
Shaffer,
you.
the best musician probably I know.
You don't have to say it, but I love when you do.
Hey, Red Rocker Sammy Hagar, welcome to another Rock and Roll Road Trip. We are in Nashville, Tennessee at James Burton's charity event. And I ran into this person in the hall, and I never met her, but I've been in love with her my whole life, okay? So here we are with Miss Tanya Tucker.
Oh, and Mrs. Stella Quaid. Oh my gosh, it's so
Welcome
good
to
see
another
you.
Rock and Roll Road
I mean,
Trip.
my
Tanya.
God. Well, I really adore you, and I was so thrilled to have met you last night, and it was just really a real.
It was high energy.
I mean, I told all my friends, okay.
What was it like, though, being like a superstar at 13 years old, walking around, people know who you are? It must have been weird.
Well, first of all, I didn't feel like I was a superstar. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of flatbed trailers, a lot of shopping centers, and a lot of bad sound.
Well, that's what it was back then.
And it was just really tough. But you know, I'm blessed to have got. I was ready at 9. You know, my dad brought me to Nashville when I was 9. Wow. And they weren't ready for a 9-year-old kid singing, "Well, you ain't woman enough to take my man." And like, okay, yeah, that's right. That's not very believable.
And sounding believable, though. If they didn't see you.
Yeah.
I
Well, see, that's the
remember.
deal with Billy Sherrill, who I give all the credit to, because not only did he sign me, but he also listened to me. But Billy Sherrill said in the very beginning, I heard him say to somebody on the phone, "Let's don't tell nobody she's 13."
Don't show them a picture.
Yeah,
What
let's
you-
keep it a secret for as long as we can, because he wanted the song Delta Dawn to stand on its own as a great record, not as I was an oddity. And you know, and it worked well.
Well, it did. No,
It
because
worked
you're
well.
still here today. You're still relevant. See, that's where I was trying to go with this. Is like starting then and being famous. And like I said, for me, I know I would have screwed up somehow, and I still wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have lost interest or got rich and famous. And say, I'm had what I've done for that, whatever, or got
Yeah.
Or
Well, I did that a little later.
Oh,
okay.
you
I
went
didn't.
in-
I was a late.
you
I
had
was
a
a
little
late.
dip?
Yeah. Oh. I went through the '80s. Okay.
I've heard some of them. I wasn't going to bring it up. But
I made
we
through
don't
the
have to go
80s.
there. But I mean, if Elvis was sitting here right now. See, I
Yeah,
love
boy,
it. He's the
oh.
biggest star that ever lived on
Me
this
too.
planet.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
And if he was sitting right here, right
Oh,
now,
if you
what
will.
would you say to him? What would we say to him?
Damn it. You know, the day Elvis died, I really had. It took me a long time.
Oh, me too.
To get over it.
You don't know. Because of Elvis Presley, it started. I never bought a record before Elvis Presley. I never listened to music. So
I
what
know.
my dad had on the radio in the car, which
Yeah.
was Hank Williams and stuff like that.
Yes.
And it didn't interest me, and now it does, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I know what it is now.
'Cause
But
you
at
know
that
how
time,
good it is.
I'm going, why is my dad singing to this? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I couldn't relate. But when I heard, Train, and my,
Ain't alright.
man, that shit.
16.
See, look.
I'm having the
Come on,
chills, man.
Look at these damn
let's
things.
measure my.
Look,
I ain't got no
unbelievable.
tattoos though.
Unbelievable.
Look at that tattoo.
That's what it did to me. Tanya,
But I
thank you.
do.
Good
I
luck
have
with that
I have a
tequila.
feeling about
Good luck
you.
with that tequila.
I want you to taste
I'm gonna
it.
get some.
All right.
Boom.
Boom.